the invisible force behind every success. There's one habit, just one, that silently rewires your brain, shifts your identity, and builds momentum behind your back. It's so small you'll want to ignore it, but it's the very habit that separates those who drift from those who dominate. And chances are, you're not doing it. What if I told you that millionaires, elite athletes, and top creators all swear by this exact micro-action? And you can start it before this video ends. Stay with me, because by the time this video's over, you won't just know the habit, you'll feel obsessed with using it, and it'll haunt you in the best way until it changes your life. The war between chaos and momentum. Let's get real for a second. Most of us wake up into chaos. Notifications, caffeine, maybe anxiety for breakfast. You're not lazy, you're overloaded. But here's the truth. Momentum is either working for you or against you. There's no in between. Ever feel like you've been busy all day and still accomplished exactly nothing? It's like the universe gave you an empty to-do list and said, "Good luck, champ." Momentum doesn't come from willpower. It comes from identity-driven habits. And the habit we're about to unlock isn't about doing more. It's about initiating momentum with less friction than brushing your teeth. Let's peel back the curtain. The identity anchor, the one tiny habit that changes everything. It's starting your day by casting a vote for your future identity, intentionally. Not a routine, not a checklist. It's a 2-minute identity anchor, a micro-action that says, "This is who I am becoming." That could be writing one sentence in your journal, stretching for 30 seconds, drinking water mindfully instead of scrolling. Sounds too small to matter? Ask a rocket scientist. A 1-degree change in trajectory gets you to the moon or leaves you lost in space. This isn't about what you do. It's about who you're telling your brain you are, first thing. Resistance is a compass. When the habit feels too small or like it's not working, that's your clue you're doing it right. Because every system, your brain, your body, your environment, was built to resist change. That resistance, it's not a wall, it's a compass. It tells you where your real self-growth lives. The habit feels small because its power is compounding. You won't see the change today. You'll feel it when you're about to quit something big. And don't. It's like flossing one tooth. Yeah, it's weird. But do it every day and suddenly, boom, you're a dental ninja. No cavities, no excuses. The 2-minute rule. Enter the 2-minute rule. If the habit takes more than 2 minutes, it's too big. Why? Because the goal isn't success, it's activation. You're not writing a book, you're becoming someone who writes. You're not doing yoga, you're becoming someone who values their body. The 2-minute identity anchor tricks your brain into consistency. Because once you start, you almost always do more. But what happens when you don't do more? When the habit stays tiny, day after day, you'll want to quit. Unless you understand this next principle, the unbroken chain principle. There's a reason Jerry Seinfeld became one of the most successful comedians in history. He didn't write jokes. He made an unbroken chain on a calendar. One red X for every day he wrote, no matter how small. The streak became sacred. Missing a day? Not an option. Your habit? It's a ritual, a visual, a chain. The longer it goes, the more your brain fears breaking it. Suddenly your identity shifts from someone who tries to someone who never breaks the chain. Designing an automatic environment. But how do you build a chain when your life is pure chaos? Let's talk about your environment. Your willpower is weak. That's not your fault. But your environment? That's programmable. Leave your journal on your pillow. Put affirmations in your alarm. Leave your water bottle on your phone so you literally can't scroll without hydrating first. You're designing triggers that automate your identity anchor. You don't need reminders. You need rituals baked into your world. Imagine if your coffee machine whispered, "Hydrate first, hero," every morning. Creepy? Yes. Effective? Absolutely. When you fall off, let's be honest, you will miss days. Life will punch you in the face, and your brain will whisper, "You're back to zero." That's a lie. Because the true habit isn't what you do, it's how fast you reboot. The habit behind the habit is, "I always return." That belief is armor. It turns failure into friction, and friction into fuel. You are what you prove. You are not your goals. You are the sum of the evidence you collect and the emotion you attach to it. Every time you do your identity anchor, no matter how small, you gather proof. You're voting for a future that already has your name on it. And when that vote becomes emotional, when you feel proud even for 30 seconds, your brain rewires faster. Stacking your identity anchor. Once your anchor is automatic, you can stack onto it. Pair it with music, movement, visualization. Layer it like armor. It becomes your launch pad. Your identity goes from internal to integrated. You're not trying to improve. You're embodying your next level. The outcome trap. But there's one final danger, and most people fall for it. Even when they do everything right, the outcome trap says, if this habit doesn't lead to results fast, it's not working. That's short-term thinking. Real change doesn't happen when you hit a milestone. It happens when you no longer need one, because you already believe, this is who I am now. And ironically, that is when the external world starts to catch up. Your moment starts now. Let's zoom out. This tiny habit, this 2-minute identity anchor, is your activation point. It builds momentum, rewires your self-image, protects you from chaos, and becomes the seed of everything you're trying to grow. It's small by design, because giants are born in silence. And you're done waiting for a breakthrough. You're engineering one, starting today. Next steps. Watch this next. Now that you've unlocked the habit, you might be wondering why you still hesitate. Why you know what to do, but don't always act. That might not be laziness. It might be something deeper, like FOMO, and it's quietly blocking your manifestation goals. I break that down in my next video. Is FOMO blocking your manifestation goals? Click it now on screen or in the description. You won't see your patterns the same way again.